I was gonna say, when did you start working at the company, and when did you think that you stay here?
I started with this company when I was 17 years old. I think I mentioned that in the
Yes.
job interview. And I actually left for a couple of years after I graduated college and pursued a few other opportunities. 4 years later, I decided to get re-involved back with the company and have been with it ever since. So over time, it's been about 26 years actually. And I decided to make it into a career. It's a great question. I would say in 2015, so about 10 years ago.
What made you want to come back to the company? Was it like
There
the
was
environment?
I went and worked with a few other companies, and I never felt that there was anything beyond me hitting numbers that mattered to them. There was no personal relationship that was ever pursued, and I thought there was more to the amount of hours I wanted to work than just how much I could produce. I wanted there to be personal relationships involved and personal development and some sort of feeling like I was making an impact on a large sector of a community, and I just didn't feel it. I never felt it anywhere else. Looking at my opportunity influencing college students at their most influential time of their life makes me feel like I'm making a wake of an impact in my community, and that matters to me.
I have another question, but I
Okay.
forgot what it was.
Are you sure?
How is like the day to day, like coming in, like what would you do on a regular basis?
Well, let's talk about how that is typically for like a college student individual. When somebody works with us, they start training for 2 days here in the office. Then we will schedule a few one-on-one meetings. We generally do those either in person or on Zoom based on the person's availability, where we'll talk about their goals generally for about the next 3 days. And then 3 days later, we'll do another meeting to talk about their next 3 days. And we try to do it in small chunks like that because I've noticed that a college student's schedule oftentimes changes
Yeah.
every 3 days. They can create week goals, month goals, but day-to-day stuff every about 3 days. I want to give some structure and some goals and some feedback on how things are going. So they'll do their virtual demos from home. If they're doing any in-person appointments, they'll go to the person's house. But most of the individuals are doing Zoom appointments in my office, just generally speaking. And then one time per week, they either Uber or they carpool and they figure out a way to get to our team meetings, which is once a week. Some individuals come here way more often though, just depends on the person. So
Yeah.
there isn't an average schedule, but there's a lot of individual schedules that I work with. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you usually do at the team meeting?
You have to find out.
Oh,
Lots of recognition, education, some motivation, and maybe some life skills. I'll teach some skills from my experience. The top few representatives will speak on the podium about what makes them successful, and then we'll also have some time where representatives are going to make phone calls to book their appointments. We do some competition to make it fun, and then at the end they'll do oftentimes like a team night. We'll go to there's like a miniature golf place like 2 blocks away. They get a chance to hang out with each other, have a couple sodas, and then do whatever they want the rest of that night.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Anything else?
No, that's all the questions.
Great. Okay, I'm going to see what you've written down here.
Not this though.
Well, now I kind of want to see what that is. Telling me I can't look at it. All right. So you understand that if you got a position, you'd be going through 2 days of training. Then you would start by practicing initially with some of the people that you know first to build your confidence, get repetition. And then from the referrals you get, we'd be coaching you how to move forward. And like we mentioned, on a weekly basis, you'd be getting some structure, some guidance to help you hit your goals. So my first question is, why do you think you could be great at selling Cutco?
Probably because I like talking to people and trying to like persuade them to do stuff that they probably wouldn't have done in the first place.
Why do you think you're good at that?
Probably because I like talking, and usually when I talk, I like try to get things to go my way in a sense. It's always kind of been like I should like How do you say this? When I was younger, I tried to persuade my aunt to like give everyone ice cream after dinner, so it'd be like a treat for everyone or something like that.
Well, I think that's nice that you were trying to help other people.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say that you're coachable? You're open to feedback?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like feedback. It shows me how I can improve on areas that I probably won't see, but other people will see.
Great, because I'm going to give you some feedback right now.
Okay.
Why didn't you talk during the interview?
I don't know.
That's my feedback. I didn't hear you almost at all during the job interview. And it made me question whether or not you were seeing the position. You were excited about the job.
I was more so listening and trying to like gather everything in and stuff.
I understand what you were doing.
Yeah.
Also, I saw that you took a lot of notes.
Mhm.
Why do you think I'm giving you this feedback?
So I can improve and try and talk more during interviews
Mhm.
and stuff.
I'm going to give you more feedback.
Okay.
I just gave you feedback, and you told me what you were doing instead of what I was thinking that you should be doing.
Which leaves talking and stuff.
Right, so I'm like, you should be talking
more.
more, and you're like, well, the reason I wasn't talking is because I was paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is say, I appreciate the feedback. Because a second ago you said I really like feedback, but
Yeah.
you just made me feel like you didn't really appreciate my feedback.
No, I do. I was just okay.
I understand
Yeah.
what your intention is, but what you say and what you mean have to coincide.
Yeah.
That make sense?
Mhm.
So why do you think I'm giving you this feedback?
So I can improve.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
A good thing.
Okay, I agree. I wasn't going to give you any feedback until you told me I really want feedback. But the important thing is that when you get it, it's very valuable how you respond to feedback.
Yeah.
So, you want to be a nurse.
Mhm.
What do you think would happen if you're a nurse and you don't take feedback from patients well?
Well, I'd probably get fired.
That's actually not the worst thing that would happen. The worst thing that would happen is that your patients would lose trust with you.
Yeah.
And then if you ask them challenging questions about what's really going on in the world, what's going to happen?
They're not gonna open up toward me.
And if they don't actually tell you what's happening, what happens next?
Then I can't be able to help them.
So it's not the bad thing that you didn't get fired, it's that you actually can't help people if you're not open to feedback and you don't take it the right way. So I think that the benefit of working at this job might actually be that you're going to get a lot of feedback, and it will be a matter of how you respond to that coaching, whether or not you're going to come across as, oh, well, I was doing something else, or I understand and I'm willing to grow.
Mhm.
So what do you think it's going to be?
Learning to grow.
Why is that a good thing, do you think, for being a nurse?
Wait, restate the question.
Why do you think being willing to grow is important if you want to be a good nurse?
Probably so, and it can expand on who I am and help others
Mhm.
throughout the way.
That's right. You can't expand unless you grow, and you can't grow unless you get feedback from people. And so you should be asking for feedback all the time. So I made a decision on you, Danique, and we took 100 and something applications yesterday, so I don't actually have to offer every single person a position. I can be pretty selective, and I've made a decision for you. And I'm going to go ahead and, based on this interaction, say yes, because I like the fact that you became more coachable as we continue to talk. And I don't care where people start or where they came from. I care about where they are and where they're showing me they can go. And it shows to me that you can be coachable. And in this job is going to be a lot of communication, probably some failure, probably some mistakes. And I'm interested to see how you respond to them. Because if you worked at McDonald's, if you worked at ice cream, you're never going to make any mistakes.
Yeah.
Because the jobs are a piece of cake. So you'll never have any feedback that actually matters. But I think this job might be a little bit challenging in the beginning. But you're a hard worker. You're talkative, you're persuasive, you're opinionated. And I think as long as you can be coachable, I think you'll do great. So I'm going to offer you a position. How does that sound?
It sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so Danique, I want to go ahead and schedule you for training.
Okay.
Let's talk about your training seminar. I know you guys have school this week, so we're going to be starting training on Friday this week coming up. So here's the schedule. Do you have class on Friday?
No classes on Friday.
Okay, no problem. So day 1 of Friday is going to be 11 o'clock till 7:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday is going to be from 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Here's what you need to bring to training. These are basically just school supplies, a notebook, highlighter, laptop, snacks, water bottle. Got all that stuff?
Yes.
All right. The most important assignment is going to be your names list. This is going to be a list of all the moms who are going to be lucky enough to watch your first appointments.
Okay.
Now, I don't want you to call anybody because you're going to be too excited to say the wrong thing. All I want you to do is make your list, and in training, I'll teach you how to call them. Okay. So remember in that fast start wall where it showed that some people were doing 20, 35, 40, 50 practice appointments?
Yeah.
Multiply that by 2, and that's probably how many names and numbers they brought to training.
That's a lot.
So how do they do it? First of all, you have a small family, big family, medium-sized family?
Big family.
Okay, so let's say I challenge you to come up with at least 15 people there.
Mm-hmm.
They can live anywhere, even out of state. Who's more social, your dad or your mom?
My mom.
Okay, sit down with her, but before you do, go to her Facebook page. Click on her friends list. Make a list as long as possible of anyone who just looks like a mom. They have like their kids, their whole family in the picture, right? And then go to her and say, hey, how do you know these people?
Yeah.
Whose numbers do you have, right? Let's say I give you a challenge of coming up with 10 there. Did you do any like clubs or sports in high school at all?
Yes.
What'd you do?
I used to do basketball.
Okay,
And
so
soccer.
all of the moms who came and watched you guys in basketball and soccer are just already accustomed to supporting you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So go to your yearbook, go to your Facebook page, and I want you to write down, let's say, at least 10 there. I bet you can probably write down more than that. And then like your favorite teachers and coaches and mentors, maybe 5 there. So let's say 5, 15, 25, 40. That's how many you could come up with if you got that list. So let's say I give you an assignment of coming up with, I don't know, 25 names and numbers by training.
I can do that.
Okay. By the way, the minimum assignment is 10. If you came in with 10, I'm still going to work with you.
Okay.
But I don't want to give you a minimum assignment because I want you to grow.
Yes.
So try to do your best, and if you can come up with more than 25, that's awesome. It gives you more people to practice with. Okay? All right, this is for you. Do your parents know that you're getting a job?
Yes, my aunt really wants me to get a job.
Awesome. Well, let her know that she's going to probably end up being one of the people that you can show your job to.
Yes.
That'll be cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and walk you out.